Legends, hey, welcome to a highlight video. This is a 9v9 match, Beckham versus BVB. As you know, these videos are meant to be educational. So we're going to take a look at some things that went well, and we're also going to take a look at some opportunities to do things differently. Hopefully we learn from them and can apply them in future games. So these clips will feed one kind of into the next, and we'll move kind of quickly, but we'll go ahead and get started. We're going to start off with a clip here just about the importance of having a plan and getting our heads up when we get the ball. So a lot of times when we get the ball, we're not quite sure what we want to do, so we just get our heads down and dribble when there may be a better option. So in this case, there's an opportunity in the middle of the field. We have a couple open players. That's an option. Or even beating this player one-on-one is an option. We just have to know what we're going to do and commit to it. So again, just have a plan when we get the ball, and once you have that plan, commit to it. This next clip is going to be an example of a nice passing sequence. So this is going to start with Broderick right out of the back. So Broderick gets his head up, sends a nice ball downfield. Rory turns it, gets another touch to Simon. Simon gets a touch here. Looked like he was going to go to Benton, didn't quite make it there. This time it did. Benton gets it back to Simon, and Simon's on a breakaway. Soccer IQ is pretty high here, so Simon sees four players on him and knows that he probably needs to pump the brakes and find a player out wide, which he does. And then we're more in a one-on-one situation here. Creates a goal-scoring opportunity. So really well done there to know when to stop play a little bit and find an open player. Here we go with a goal kick. Broderick, with a nice read on the ball, is able to find the open player right down the middle and give us another goal scoring opportunity. So what I want you to notice here, Simon highlighted, is going to make a run, and it's great. He makes the run, doesn't stop, follows it through, and gets an easy goal on a rebound. This happens a lot in games, but we usually don't have somebody there for the quick tap in. So really nice if our forwards can follow up shots like Simon did. Here's a nice little play. Jake wins the ball, gets his head up quickly to find an open player, has options on the left, has options on the right. Grayson's able to use a little bit of skill, get a shot off, and score. So the importance of having a plan, finding that player quickly. Another example here with Benton receiving the ball, knows that there's space and players out to his right. A little one touch off to Broderick, creating a one-on-one. Broderick, nice shot on goal, a little unlucky. But you can see how we move the ball quickly and the chances that it creates. This next clip, we're going to pick up where we left off with this shot. The goalie is going to send it down the middle. And this is going to be an example of defensive learning opportunity where we're just bunched up. So here you can see four players clumped together, another two off to the side. We're not taking advantage of the space on the field. Right, so we're all here. Broderick does get his head up, finds the open player. Benton now with the one-on-one and another good goal-scoring opportunity. So this is worth taking another look at, where we bunch up and look at the field, look at the outside of the field, where these arrows are pointing. We could have been out wide to the right, to the left, with a defender, a midfielder, and really just create some opportunity for whoever wins this ball, instead of all kind of being bunched up there. So you can see how important it is to spread the field. And later we'll have a few examples of when we are wide, what that happens to create. So here we'll see a kind of another example. There's some nice skill, but we're a little bunched up. So Nico reads the ball, comes in, does a Maradona into space, but then there's a couple of us in the way, and so we end up kind of taking the ball from each other here rather than being out wide. And once we win the ball, we don't really have any options. So Mac gets his head up. There's nobody around. He sees Aiden, tries to knock the ball into space, which is the right play. It just helps if we already have somebody out there and we're not having to backtrack. And then Aiden comes back into the middle. Again, we have a couple of players just watching. So there's two players there watching Aiden rather than maybe providing a passing option. dropping back, going out wide. Here's a nice example of stretching the field. So we're going to have a player here, Simon, win the ball. He has nobody out wide. So that was the right play. It was the right pass, but nobody was out there to receive it. Here we're going to take another look at bunching up again. So here you can see 4-on-1, 4 players, all kind of taking up the same space, all going after the ball. We really don't need that many people. Here we start to spread out a little bit, which is good. Broderick knocks the ball into space, and Simon's able to run onto it for a nice goal-scoring opportunity. Here's a nice defensive example. So Nico is not starting off goal side, but able to track back quickly. And I really like how Nico defends here. So he's able to win the ball, went for a tap out, didn't quite get there, but he stays goal side. He stays tight. He doesn't dive in, and he follows this player waiting for the mistake. So he's tracking, continues to track, waits for his opportunity to get a toe in, and takes the ball. Really, really good example of patient, good defense. Here we go. This is going to be an example of when we get a player out wide. So Grayson has the ball. Jake is heading out wide to the line. Grayson sees it. And you can see the difference here. When we have a player, he's ready. Nobody's on him. Jake's able to take the ball, beat 1, beat 2, beat a 3rd, all the way down the line. And here it gets dangerous. We can get a cross on goal and create a goal-scoring opportunity. So Jake had the right idea. The ball didn't quite get into that open space, but you can see how dangerous that is when we're able to attack down the sides. Here's a really nice example. You won't even see this in Premier League, La Liga, Bundesliga, nowhere. A 1, 2, 3 triple scissors from Grayson with a very nice touch into space and a goal. Great job of using skill. Here's another example of getting our heads up and finding the open player. So we can see the middle of the field is very bunched up, but we need some options off to the left, off to the right, maybe behind. Mac comes in, but we end up kind of taking the ball from each other there, still struggling in space. And then finally, we knock the ball into space and again create a really good goal-scoring opportunity. So here, another example. This is Grayson on defense. He wins the ball. Again, it's important to have people out wide because then we give the person with the ball options. In this case, Grayson saw the person out wide, tried to give it, got it again. This time it got there. And now we have space. So Jake has some space to either run down the line or hit a through ball. Takes a few touches and knocks it through for Broderick to run onto. We get a shot on goal and create a goal-scoring opportunity. Well done. Here I like how we switch the field quickly. So within a matter of 2 or 3 passes, we go from this side of the field to a shot on goal. Aiden with a nice 1 touch into the middle. Broderick continues it. And then Benton has a nice one-on-one with the goalie and scores. So well done moving the ball quickly. So here's an example of why we need to be a little bit careful on defense when we're the last man and we start to dribble. When we begin to dribble as a defender, we really want to know where we are on the field. If we're last and we lose the ball, we can create an easy opportunity for them. So in this situation, they're able to take the ball away, get an easy shot, easy goal. That also goes to having options. We need to give our defenders options out wide so they don't have to dribble. Here's a nice opportunity, but again, we're a little bunched up. 2 people going after the same ball. We do have a person on the left and the right that are kind of wide. Broderick's able to see that, take advantage. And Aiden is then able to have an opportunity. A really nice look here. You can see there's somebody off to the right, there's somebody off to the left, there's somebody down the middle. A lot of options. And the importance of getting our head up and finding those options. So we didn't find it the first time, we did the second time, and look at what that does. It creates one-on-one opportunity where we can go to goal and have a really nice shot. So here, defensive learning opportunity. We are not goal side of their forward. In this case, we're even with them. And by giving them just that little bit of space, they're able to capitalize. Sometimes that's all it takes. Had we been a foot or two behind them, we might have been able to stand up and defend. Here's a quick little touch through the middle. And Simon's able to beat his player, get a breakaway, stay composed, and a nice little pass into the back of the net. Here's some good movement off the ball. And so I like how we're on the opposite end of the field and we're able to switch it quickly. So again, it would have helped if the guy in the back would have been a little further middle and been the passing option. It gets to him anyway. And then really good job by Mac to get his head up, cross it, and Charlie get his head up, or Grayson get his head up and continue it down the line. Here we have a nice look at passing sequence. So throw in goes to feet, get a little touch, one touch into the middle. Broderick gets a one-on-one, a fake shot, and creates another good goal-scoring opportunity. Again, because of some quick thinking and good passing. Here we get an interception, a nice little step over into space, and a shot on goal. So, well done. That's the difference between having a plan and when we think quickly and find the open person in the open space. Broderick steals the ball. And so Jake's not quite in position, right? But he's getting there. So you can see him backpedal. Broderick sees the space, gives a nice ball. And here we have an opportunity to get across for a shot. So we beat one player, beat a second player, take a shot, and create a really nice goal-scoring opportunity. Again, that started because we went out to space and out wide quickly. Well done. So this is going to be a really nice passing sequence. So I highlight Nico here. Or no, not yet. Nico stopped play, which was brilliant. So here is going to be a nice passing sequence. So we win the ball. Charlie, with a nice L turn, gets his head up. Gets his head up here, finds the open man. Right down the field, Nico has options out wide, finds that person out wide. Benton, a nice little give and go, and Nico has an easy opportunity on goal, stays composed, slots it to the back of the net. Well done. 4 or 5 passes take us from our half of the field to scoring a goal. So that's a really, really nice example of what happens when we find the player in the space and we continue to knock it around. Now, that's going to do it for the highlights. I'll go ahead and stop this here. So hopefully you guys learned a few things. In this video, you heard me say the word space a lot. And I think we did a good job for most of this game, spreading out, finding the space. But you can see the difference when we don't do that and we get clumped up and bunched up in the middle of the field, we kind of take away our opportunities from each other instead of creating space, which gives the player on the ball more of an opportunity for a one-on-one, which is where we excel. So some really good examples. This one might be worth watching once or twice and paying special attention to the difference between bunching up and when we are able to get our heads up quickly, find the open player in the space, and look at what it creates. So again, hopefully, I hope you guys enjoyed this, learned a few things, and more to come soon. I will see you all at practice or games within the next couple of days. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think.